So I'm a candidate running for City Council for Ward 4 this November 5th. So let's talk about the positive points in Ward 4. Ward 4 is one of the oldest sections of the city. We have downtown, we have Pocahontas Island, which until we are proven otherwise is the oldest free black community in the United States. It is part of the Underground Railroad. Nat Turner has histories. And if you have an opportunity, come and visit Petersburg and visit Pocahontas Island. You will be surprised that this little small island has such rich history. Now in 1993, that rich history was almost completely destroyed when a tornado hit Petersburg. The island was almost completely leveled. And what is so unique about Pocahontas Island and that tornado? It completely demolished the chapel, but the Bible was untouched. So people, if you go and talk to the residents of Pocahontas, they'll tell you the chapel was gone, but the Bible still stood. So I believe that my faith is strong, and God had his hand on Pocahontas that day to say, no, not today. Petersburg is rich in history. We have good history, we have bad history. We have a lot of sports history. We have Blandford Church, who has the original Lewis Comfort Tiffany windows. That also sits in Ward 4. We have Center Hill Mansion, which also sits in Ward 4. We used to have the Siege Museum that talked about the siege of Petersburg and how life was during that time when Grant was advancing, and how people had to struggle to survive during the Civil War. But we also have a lot of black history here. We have the former McKinney Library, which was the main public library, that was given by the McKinney family to the city as a library, but they had to integrate the library. That was the only way that they could do it. Another positive thing is where we're sitting today is the Petersburg Public Library. Petersburg Public Library has been an integral part of the city. Before the main hub was built, we had 4 different locations spread out through the city. Now everything is under one unique location. The library offers financial literacy classes, computer classes, meeting spaces where city council meetings are heard. We have the beautiful mosaic tile that sits in the rotunda that was done by a local business, Afmax Tile Company. Another thing in Ward 4 is the businesses, our small businesses, whereas most of them are mom and pops, they're independents. And that's what makes Petersburg so unique. We don't have a lot of chain restaurants. We don't have a lot of chain stores. Our 2 main chain stores are Walmart and Food Lion. Everything else is independently owned. And that's what makes Petersburg unique. Not saying we don't need chain stores and chain restaurants, because we do, and we want them. But the backbone of the city is built on our mom and pops. Where do I see Petersburg going? The future of Petersburg is bright if we work together. We have a long ways to go, but by working together, we can get there. As I stated, I'm in support of a casino, but if the voters say no, we need to have a plan. We need to have a plan to advance the city without having a casino. We need to be more aggressive in economic development. We need to be more aggressive in our city workforce investment, because if we invest in our city employees and invest in our workforce, we give them the fighting chance of an opportunity to advance and to stay here. By not investing in them, they look for other opportunities in different localities. So we lose that talent because we fail to invest. Our city workforce is our biggest support system. We must invest in them because they have taken a chance and became an employee here. If we see that an employee has room for advancement, we should watch that employee. If they have a good service record, then we should sit down with that employee and we should say, hey, I see this in you. I'm going to send you away for training. And then we have a position that we can move you up to. We must invest in our city workforce. We shouldn't vote against giving our city workforce raises. We shouldn't vote against advancement, and we should not hire outside of our worker bees, I call them, when we know that the potential is within the department to fill these hard to fill positions. The future is strong. but we have to work together. I keep saying that because that is the most vital thing. Nothing will get done if division stays on city council. And if the voters elect me in November, I can bring the promise that no matter the differences I may have with the other 6 city council members, I will work together whether I stand alone or stand as a team. This is a team effort, and we must work together to advance the city, because the future is what we make it.